My dad was a stand-up comedian.
Our next comic is so funny. He's one of my good friends. You've seen him all over the country in clubs, and here in town too. Here he comes, Rob Gordon. Give him a welcome. Here he is.
So, let me tell you all a little bit about myself, because I'm sure you're curious. As Howie said, I do a lot of comedy on the road. I've been doing a lot this past year. Most notably, last January, I was in Hawaii for the first time ever. Anybody ever been there? Hawaii by applause, right? Very nice place. Perfect spot for a fair-skinned redhead to go, right? I stepped off the plane, I had melanoma in 13 seconds, which I think is a Hawaiian record, I don't know. I went to Hawaii for another very good reason, not just a gig. I went there celebrating my first 2 years of marriage. I've been married 2 years, 2 years of marriage, and my wife went to the Bahamas, so
I wanted him to be a comedian. And then when you were born, he stopped doing it because he felt bad about leaving. Mm-hmm. And it took a lot for him to leave because he wanted to be with you.
It's kind of a special occasion. I used to do stand-up, and it's been 16 years, I think, so I'm trying again. As you can imagine, things have gone amazingly successful.
This is for a consultant job. It seems a little scammy.
Why does it seem scammy?
I don't know. They gave it to me too easy.
My dad's a salesman, and for over a year he'd been unemployed and couldn't find work.
Look, base salary, they spelled salary wrong.
I'm one disappointment away from living under a bridge. I'm just gonna tell you. So
I gave him advice before and he didn't take it, and so.
What was your advice?
My advice was to not tell so many divorce jokes, because I thought they were depressing.
don't get divorced. Just try to do something. The divorce was definitely the worst part of my marriage, without a doubt. And I just kind of sometimes wish I in hindsight, would have stuck it out. At least until the house was paid for, and maybe just set some ground rules. Like, look, okay, you're going out, meeting other people. Just don't fuck them in the kitchen.
I would sort of blame him for the divorce. So for about 4 years or so, we fell out of touch completely. For almost all of high school, I didn't really speak to him. And when we finally did rekindle something, I learned that he'd been living in a rut for the last decade or so, without a wife and without a son.
She comes to orgasm, during sex when he licks the bullet wounds. So it's like, oh my God, did she get shot in the twat? What if it stops working? He's gonna shoot her again? The twat is bad, right?
Something to be said about the fact that your tragedy is like a turn on. Like this horrible thing that you live through is a turn on. Like that's an opportunity for you to tell something tragic about you.
Like if I can make a girl come by showing her my credit report.
True story. This is true. He says, when we're making love, when I lick her bullet wounds, she orgasms. She orgasms. I said, what if that stops working? You gonna shoot her again? What I think is that it's truly amazing if that sort of thing, someone's tragedy, leads to pleasure, leads to an orgasm. So I thought, hey, the next woman I'm with, I can make her come by showing her my credit report. I just, all right. Fuck you, I like that joke.
What'd you do tonight?
Did stand up. You filmed it, unfortunately. I don't think it went. Shut that, please. I'm not doing what I used to do, and I don't know my aversion to it. I did procrastinating. Is I should be in front of the mirror and I should do it over and over and over again. And I'm worried that it'll sound too rehearsed, but that's ridiculous. That's just me being lazy. Because I would do that before, and it didn't sound rehearsed. It sounded off the cuff. It sounded like I was doing it. So I just got to work harder and deal with this horrendous smoking problem I have now. If it doesn't go well tonight, I'm gonna jump on that guy's barbecue right there. Fuck that guy. I probably shouldn't be out in public. What do you mean? I look like shit.
So do I.
No, you look good. I mean, you look young. you got a young hipster vibe.
Someone said I look like 29.
I gotta put him in a home vibe. Wow, what a failure that guy looks like.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone can tell.
People can't tell what a loser you are.
I don't think people can tell. You don't look like a. You look pretty fucking happy. Always cracking jokes.
Drug.
It is a drug.
I'm crying inside.
Yeah.
Believe me, inside. If you saw my inside, it'd be like this. That's me. I'm carrying that guy around.
That's a good sob.
Yeah, I look happy. I'm cracking jokes inside. So what's the deal with this place?
Big ass open mic. They might have a show going on. I don't know.
I'm actually doing pretty well. Thanks for not asking, assholes. I've just completed.
You have to get this one on your heart. I'm gonna get the word saint.
Okay. How we doing? Woo, still got energy here? Seems like I've been here since Monday. That's not.
Even though it's a randomized system for who performs when, my dad was picked last.
Something horrible that happened to them is now led to a pleasurable situation, right? An orgasm, right? So it made me think the next woman I date, can I make her come by showing her my credit score? Credit score. 1 minute? It took me that long to get to the credit score part? Okay. All right. I'm stalling. Okay. All right, one more true story. Can I have one more true story?
As long as it lasts 45 seconds.
Okay, 45 seconds. Oh, Jesus.
What do you think of myself? Be brutally honest. I felt loose. I felt kind of loose. I felt good up there. But...
You were.
Pretty glad the Clinton thing's over?
Yeah.
Tired of it. That's how long you've been doing this material. Yeah, it's over now. You glad he's been acquitted?
Yes.
I was
Yeah?
fat then. Do you
Everybody?
believe that?
Yeah.
I would kill to be like that now.
I
Literally kill somebody. Kill a baby. I would shoot a baby in the face to get that.
You know, I think he should have stuck to his gun.
True story, I'm in my room, I'm naked, and I drop something, pick up socks or something, and my dog comes along. Let me get this out of here. My dog comes along and licks my asshole. Just gives it a good, And at first I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And then I was like, a little to the left, You're such a good boy, you're such a good boy.
I was thinking like a possible extension that might work for you, might not work for you, whatever, but it was like some people would say it's a little bit my fault, for what I was wearing, peanut butter.
That's good. I like that.
So use
Very
it.
good.
Use it.
Okay, no, I can have it now, right? It's mine now, right?
Take it. I can't. I
don't want to hear you use it.
I don't even own a dog.
A lot of that stuff needs to be tightened up in the way I deliver it. I mean, or I gotta come up with other stuff.
Yeah.
That's funny. It could have been what I was wearing. Peanut butter.
Say that again?
I said I'm starting to feel guilty. I'm not giving you my best. I'm not working hard enough. Or at all.
Are you guys ready to get this mic started? Yeah, that needs a lot of work. I know.
Those clubs are just an absolute nightmare to be in.
I thought the next woman that I'm dating, I could make her come by showing her my credit score.
Tomorrow I gotta work, you know? This is work.
But it was almost like he didn't really even know how to work anymore. Like he was kind of just waiting for some inspiration to happen.
50 people every year die on the subway. And the MTA blames the 50 people. Yeah. So what if it stops working? Are you going to shoot her again? Oh, he didn't shoot her. 1 minute, okay. And then, okay, so it made me think.
I don't really feel like going up and dying again. I don't want that feeling. I want to get a laugh. I got some laughs. Certainly was a tough room.
This is not ethical.
This isn't ethical?
No!
What's not ethical about this?
Stand-up doesn't make anybody feel better about themselves.
Why do you say that?
Because it fucking makes you hate yourself, and it makes you sad, and it...
What about getting like one laugh? What about if you do semi decent? Don't you feel better about yourself then?
That feels good, but like drugs feel better.
And that night we were supposed to have a writing session, but my dad didn't want to go.
What's the purpose of having a writing session?
Because you're going to go up tonight.
I don't think I am. Would you be disappointed if I didn't?
Yeah, I would be.
More than you already are?
Yes.
So you are disappointed?
Absolutely. So
In
go
me?
up. Yeah.
You bastard. Came all the way out here. I did it. Was it the lack of laughter? Is that what it was? The people not laughing? Is that what it was?
It was kind of that. I mean, I did think he would do better. It's been weird. It's been really, really weird. I feel like him a lot of the time, and I feel like I see myself in him. And when he bitches about everything, I kind of start to realize that I bitch about everything too. And then it becomes this thing of self-hatred, and I think I kind of hate him a lot of the time because he reminds me of the parts of me that I wish I didn't have. And it's been rough. It's been really, really rough. And I really can't wait to have my life back and try to forget where I came from. That's gonna be good. It's gonna be a really good feeling. I feel like a real fucking dirtbag for being annoyed, because I'm very annoyed.
What are you thinking about doing today?
Thinking about going backpacking and leaving in the morning. No.
You could just do it off the cuff up there. Last one, you know.
What do you mean do it off the cuff?
Just go up there and talk about how, you know.
Riff?
Yeah, riff. As long as the punch is good enough, you know.
Make him reach.
I mean, there could
I
also
guess
be a
that's the
twist at
problem.
the
I
end
don't know
of
if
it.
the punch is good enough. Yeah. I said, I feel like really this whole week is kind of a microcosm of the way I live my life, because I write a little something. I'm like, okay, that's good enough. That should be funny enough. And I'm not really going deep. I'm not, I'm not really working hard enough. I'm just doing enough to maybe just get by, do enough to be, okay, this should satisfy them, And it's not good. No.
What were you gonna say?
Sometimes I feel like you hate me because I'm not successful. I'm not working hard enough.
Why do you think that?
Well, because I don't think I've done particularly well. Of course, these are open mics, it's hard to... But I don't know, I just was hoping for more.
Let's stop.
I have to go to the bathroom, I'm not stopping. I'm not talking anymore. Turn it off.
I mean, of course I thought he would do better. I mean, if anything, that's a compliment, right? Am I in frame?
Yes.
I kind of feel like I failed you during this. Because the whole point was to the whole point was to make you feel like you can kind of control parts of your life, you know? That you can make things better and you can work hard and you can get better at things. And I don't know.
That was the whole point?
Yeah.
That's why you were doing this?
Yes. And I don't know if that point got across.
Okay, you done?
Do you have anything to say to that?
No.
2 months later, his lease in California was up. He had a job secured in Florida, but it was selling timeshares, and he had a job interview in New York. And no matter which way the wind blew, he was leaving the state.
Don't film me smoking.
Stop taking my cigarettes.
All right, last one.
Number 1, what do we have to do?
Oh, I forgot about the lock downstairs.
Just
The lock
focus on
downstairs
this.
doesn't
Just
work.
focus on this.
That is on the list. I gotta fix
Yeah,
the
so
lock downstairs.
number 1.
That's my car.
But a lot like working with him in stand-up, he sort of got on my nerves.
Oh, it's not. Okay. All right, number 1.
Stand where you're gonna stand.
All right, come on. We're just
Stand where
making
you're
a
gonna
list.
stand.
And I was getting on his too.
You think it wastes time for you to have to film every blessed thing?
I wanted him to know how much I cared about him, but after New York, I didn't really know how to say it.
You only see the light when you're burning low.
So how's it feel?
Pretty good. I just feel liberated. You film any more of this, and I might kick that camera.
I'm gonna film what I'm gonna film, okay?
Fuck!
While we were driving that night, I think because I wasn't really filming him, he told me that his brother and his father both died in the month of May. And I was also born in May. And when I was born, apparently it didn't look like I was gonna survive. And so he waited up all night, thinking that I would surely die because that was sort of the course of his life. And I felt over my head, I guess. I asked him if he was even happy that he did this documentary to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for you. I want it to do well for you. I don't want anything for me. But I think I'm being honest and authentic. Everything. Yeah. And I love you, Dad.
So you were saying?
So I didn't get the job. Found out an hour ago or so.
People would tell me that I needed something good to happen to my dad in the end. So I sort of kept visiting him for this happy ending.
Where you living?
At my sister's. Got a job. Started this September. We're setting up digital marketing events. They pay to go to these events that we put on, and then they have one-on-one meetings with big companies like Pepsi and Bank of America and and they're able to pitch to them. So there are two people who agree to go to these conferences and meet. So as you can imagine, that one tits up.
I even asked him how he would want it to end.
Having a home, a new base, having a place where you guys could come for Christmas. Wouldn't that be awesome?
And eventually, I mean, he did get a job. And he got an apartment that he didn't really like. And he was just a bit happier.
That's it right there.
Robert Gordon.
Be careful when you open it.
Standard. Oh, it's me! Look at that. And I used to thought I was fat then. I would kill to be that size.
Can you tell me about your dad?
He died when I was 9.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to your dad? Doesn't have to be a question.
Yeah, I guess it'd say, what were you so unhappy about? Were you unhappy? I mean, I'd like to know him. I really didn't know him,
If you were to give me one piece of advice right here, right now.
Jump!